The Los Angeles Lakers defeated the Toronto Raptors 123 to 120. The biggest story of this game is that LeBron James' scoring streak has finally been broken. His streak of having the most consecutive double digit games in NBA history, 1,297 consecutive regular season games, is officially over. In this game, he finally hit the single digit mark for the first time since January 5th of 2007. So it's been a long time. It's been about 18, about close to 19 years if you factor in how long this has been. So LeBron finished the game with 8 points on 4 of 17 shooting, 0 for 5 from 3. Let's calculate how badly he shot in this game. I know it has to be awful. He shot 23% from the field. That is god awful. He's shooting percentages only his son could be proud of. Bronny, I think, probably shoots these horrible percentages too. But back to the game, he only had 8 points. One thing I will be fair, I'm going to give LeBron credit for not being selfish in this game because at the end of the game, he could have taken the game-winning shot. He drove into the paint. He had enough space to do a pull-up mid-range shot, but instead he passed it out to Uchimura for the game winner on the corner three. So you gotta give him credit for that. He is usually a selfish guy, but in this situation, he thought about winning the game and he went for it. I know his haters would say like, well, LeBron, these situations, he's not clutch anyway, so that's why he passed it up. But I'll give him credit for that. So you gotta give him credit for it. But going back to his record now being ended, I did the math to calculate how many seasons it would take to pass that record. You would have to play in a little bit over 15 seasons scoring double digits every night. So most likely that record probably will never get broken. It might, you never know. Maybe there's a player that comes into the NBA with determination to break that record, but it's going to be a very difficult record to break, much like LeBron's record for most points in NBA history. I think probably will never be broken, at least in my lifetime. I'm like a year and a half older than LeBron, so I don't think I will be around whenever it gets broken because I just think it's going to be very hard to break that record. Kareem, keep in mind, he had his record for like nearly 40 years until LeBron broke it. So, yeah, maybe I'll still be around when it gets broken, but I think it's going to be a long time for that record. And for this current record of the double-digit streak, I think it's going to be a long time before it gets broken. But I think this record here, well, just going back to it, the guy who has the longest active streak for double digit games now is Kevin Durant at 267 games. So, yeah, Kevin Durant is not going to play like 14 more seasons. No way, not even possible. But going back to the game, LeBron was terrible. He was terrible in this game, shooting wise, from what I've seen in the highlights. I didn't watch this game, to be honest. I just saw the highlights. I did watch the Phoenix Suns game, in which LeBron was just god awful. He looked washed. He was terrible on both ends of the court. One thing in the Phoenix game that stood out to me was that LeBron looks like he's lost his ability to get by even average defenders on a first step. So he doesn't seem like he has that anymore. He can now just only bully guys by like posting them up to get buckets. So he doesn't really have many tools available to him now in his arsenal due to losing somewhat of his athletic ability. Now it seems like he's finally declining. I don't know if the performance enhancement drugs are wearing off and they can't reverse Mother Nature when it comes to biology. Maybe that could be the case, but he has looked really bad these last few games. And just like I said in the highlights, he just looked slow. He looked like Robert Parrish during Robert Parrish's like final years in the NBA. For some of you older guys, you know what I'm talking about. Parrish looked really washed. He looked like he should have been in like a nursing home during his final year or two, the way he would just run up the court and he just didn't have it anymore. He couldn't make simple shots. LeBron is starting to look like that now. I am enjoying this decline. I don't see LeBron being able to reverse it. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. If he does reverse it, he could somehow become like a solid player again. I'll eat the crow, but he's looking awful right now. The only thing good you could say about him is that he got 11 assists in this game. I feel he will still be a great passer, even with all his athletic ability waning now. That the passing never leaves you because that's a IQ thing, and LeBron is high basketball IQ. I'll give him that. But yeah, I don't have anything else to say about this.